Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Manifest Destiny LLC Business Coaching. We are winning in 20 every Monday night at 6 p.m. East Coast time. I'm going to give you a couple of seconds just to jump on in with your notifications going off. If you had to reset your notification because of Facebook going down last week, go ahead, set your notifications, come on in. Jump on in. Hey, everybody, we are just jump in and say hi. Say good evening. Say hi, because we are glad to be here on today. Come on and invite somebody. Share, invite, like. Go ahead. We want to get the people in here for tonight, because tonight, this topic for the month of October fits right in to what happened last week with Facebook and Instagram. So I am Gladys Henderson Williams. I am the CEO of Manifest Destiny LLC and GHW Production Book Publishing Assistance Company. And we are excited once again to be here. Last week, we were trying to get into Facebook around 5:30 last Monday. And I kept thinking maybe it was a connection. I thought it was the router in the house. I kept going back and forth. Then I jumped on the phone and I started calling people to find out, how's your Facebook going? But then some of them couldn't answer me back because it was a Facebook, Instagram, complete shutdown outage. And we still don't know the roots of what really happened, because there's so many things that people are saying as to why it went down. But guess what? I want you to know what happened, because during the time that we were not able to come together on Monday night, how did you spend your time? What did you actually do during the time that we were shut down and couldn't come together for 20 minutes? Now, let me tell you what happened. Here's what I realized. Because we depend on social media to connect us with so many people, we forgot and we forget sometimes that before it was a Facebook, how did we communicate with our client base? It was called email. We would send out emails to everybody. We would send out just a distribution list, and we kept emails on individuals that contacted us. They were friends of ours. But what happened is, when we started using social media, we kind of moved away from those types of things. Well, last week, when Facebook was down, email was up. So it caused business owners to step back and really look at, how am I communicating and reaching the people that are looking for me to come into their circle and encourage them. So I had to sit down, go back, look at my email list. Was it up to date? No, it wasn't up to date. But during the time that I felt like I was stuck because Facebook wasn't up. Instagram wasn't up. I learned last week that all of them go together. I didn't know that, but now I do. So what we have to do as business owners, don't just sell out to one way, one means of staying in contact with those that we have a business relationship with, we have a friend relationship with. Make sure that we create more than one entity for reaching our audience. Does that make sense? Communication is communication. And me, hey, I'm guilty of it. I was dependent on Facebook to be up. And when I tried to get in, I didn't panic. I knew something was wrong. And I had all my little instructions for how to get in, and they didn't work. That really set the stage for our topic for the month of October. Surviving the rough patch. Surviving the rough patch. If you get a chance to watch this on replay, just drop in replay, because when we are surviving a rough patch can hit at any time. And with the number of people that are currently using Facebook, Instagram, it shut a lot of people down. It brought us to a stuck place. How do we go forward in our companies when we hit a rough patch? Well, the first thing, doing nothing is not the answer. Doing nothing is not the answer. You see, when we hit a rough patch in life, we start to look at, okay, I got to reevaluate my plan. So we go back. When you get to a rough place and you feel like your business is not growing, nobody is calling you. You've tried every mechanism. You've tried sending out cards and whatever to get people to respond. You gotta realize then that I need to look inward, and I can't be afraid to be open to what I see inwardly and going back and looking at the plan. Now, we've been talking about in months past, well, why do I need a coach? Well, here's why you need a coach. This is the very reason, because when you get stuck and you hit a rough patch, it can cause you sometimes to reevaluate, am I in the right business? Why do I keep going around this mountain? So what your coach will do, will sit down with you and your coach will say, well, let's look at your business plan. Because see, when you built your business plan, it could have been months ago. It could have been years ago. When you wanted to start this business, you built a plan. You knew where you wanted to be 3 months, 5 months, 6 months, a year out, 2 years out. You had a great idea on where you wanted to be in your company. And now, because you have reached that place, you have passed that mile marker, and you don't seem to be feeling like, well, I'm not getting things done. Well, that's why you go back. You keep the plan. Don't throw the plan away. You go back and revisit the plan. When you go back and revisit your plan, the excitement comes back. The ingenuity comes back. The fight comes back. The restoration comes back, because it takes you back to where you were in your thinking, in your mind, in your emotions, in your determination. Revisit the plan, because the plan can put you back on track. It's important. See, that's why we tell everyone that goes into business, you got to have a plan. You got to have a vision, and you got to have a plan. And you write that plan down. And because you write it down, now you can go back and revisit it. Now, some plans can use a little tweaking. Some plans can need you adding to them. A case in point, you can write a plan during the time that the pandemic first shut us down. And you wrote that plan. You took time to do that plan. And now that you have that plan, you wrote that plan. And now because things didn't pan out the way you wanted them to pan out, you sit and you say, was that the right plan? Was the right plan? You wrote it at the beginning of the pandemic. Now they say, oh, you can go outside. You can wear a mask. You can congregate. So guess what happened? Between the time we were on a complete shutdown and you wrote it based on where we were in the March of 2020. Well, now we're in 2021. Life has changed. So going back and tweaking your plan, your business plan, can be the very thing that re-energizes you. Don't throw the plan away because you didn't hit the marks. that you thought you were going to hit at a specific mile marker, because that mile marker is still there. We just changed how we're going to get to it. That is why we look introspect and we say, okay, I even think different now from the time I wrote this back in March of 2020, because at that time I couldn't go outside. Ooh, I couldn't do Zoom like I'm familiar with it now. Ooh, I couldn't meet somebody with a mask on. Ooh, because of the fact we were told, stay home. Don't do anything. So you wrote your plan based on where we were in March of 2020. A whole year has passed, and now the plan needs to be revisited. Okay? Doing nothing is not the answer. Doing nothing will only make things worse. Okay? I want you to take your plan. Call me. I'll sit down with you. We can do a Zoom. We can do a phone. But I do not want you to believe that the plan does not work. The plan works. We work the plan. We tweak the plan. Okay, here's another analogy. It's like cooking. You can plan to bake a cake, and you know all the ingredients that go in that Thanksgiving cake because you've been baking it for years. But here's where you say, well, you know what? I want to give it a little more vanilla flavor in there. I want to add just a little bit more butter. I want to add some lemon or whatever. I want to change the color of it. And it comes out great because you are open and willing to take another stab at adding and tweaking and making it come out a different color, shifting it, the amount of ingredients that you put in there, and it was wonderful. You got rave reviews on it. That is a plan. I love it when we sit down and we look at, okay, let's find where the stopgap is. And a lot of times, the stopgap is the area between these two ears right here. We become our worst critics. And then we start talking ourselves out of it. See, and these rough patches can cause you to grow even more. You say, how a rough patch going to cause me to grow? Let me tell you why it caused me to grow. Because when I hit the rough patch last week, when Facebook went down, hey Danielle, when I hit the rough patch last week, when Facebook went down and I couldn't get out here on a Monday night at 6 p.m. because we talk about being consistent, then I felt like, oh my God, what they going to do? They're not going to come back next week. Well, you are back and we are back. But let me tell you what I did. I took that 20 minutes to review my plan. I took the 20 minutes and I looked into Gladys to say, Gladys, you telling everybody else to be flexible with their plan, and I have to be accountable to myself. I had to look at my plan. I had to say, now my Facebook is down. But guess what? I got some emails. But then I started looking at the last time I updated my email. I got scared. I said, oh, is Danielle Devins on this list? Is Cheryl Holman on this list? I got to make sure the folks are on this list that hang out with us every week. I had to literally sit down. I couldn't throw up my hands and do nothing because doing nothing was not an option. So I asked for some help. I said, I need help. And I sat down and said, Gladys, I looked in the mirror. Get your act together. So if Facebook goes down again, I won't be caught with the proverbial pants down. I'm going to be in tow. I'm going to be on my game because it made me look at that rough patch. I could have gave up, but that rough patch made me grow. It caused me to extend my contact, my communications. It helped me to say what you wrote months ago. You're going to have to tweak it. Don't be afraid to tweak your plan. A plan is not written in stone that you, the owner of the plan, cannot change it. We must be flexible. Flexibility as a business owner is key. That is why a pencil has an eraser. So if it's not a mistake, I just want to change the word. Manifest Destiny loves it. We will sit down with you. We will sit down with your plan, your vision. Don't throw the plan away. Please don't. Bring it. Let's tweak it together. Let us help you. Because when we help you, we're also helping us. Manifest Destiny is open for growth. Manifest Destiny is open to be flexible, to change. And if we demonstrate the fact that we are flexible, if we demonstrate the fact that we fail sometime, if we are open and transparent to let you know that what you are dealing with is not something that's new or unheard of, if we paint that kind of picture to you, then we have failed. We win together. We're winners. You're a winner. See, we came back from a rough place last week. Call us. The information is in the comment. In the comment. Call us. It's great to be able to have people who will help you look at your plan with a smile and say, you got this. You can accomplish this. Don't give up. Let's get in this together. Get in the game. Don't feel bad if you didn't reach that goal. You get this on the replay, type replay in, and we are going to not replay your plan, but we're going to review your plan together. We understand. Rough places come. Rough patches hit. But I tell you, there's nothing greater than having a testimony of how you survive the rough patch. There's nothing greater than being able to tell another business owner, someone who desires to go in business, someone who has a vision, and you're coaching them along, and you're encouraging them, and you're letting them know from a transparent and a testimony that you can do this. Ask for help. 4-letter word, greatest power you could ever speak. We are here. Call us. Let's do this together. I say it every week. I love what I do because I love seeing people win. I love seeing people get back in the game because sometimes it can be focused. You can take a camera and get ready to take a picture, and even on the Android, yes, it'll tell you, clean the lens so you can get a better picture, so you can focus in on the target that you're trying to attain. We can help refocus. Let's just tweak that camera a little bit and get that focus right. Call me. Let's have some fun with this. We can and will, along with your cooperation, your openness to put that plan back out there. Hey, Ann down in Louisiana, how you doing, girl? You need to get your plan right so we can build, okay? Get your plan right. You know what I'm talking about. Get that thing done so you can bring other people on with you on Monday nights, Inez, and y'all can build such an enterprise right there in your city. And we will come alongside of you, Inez, and we will help you. We will keep you on track. Do this. Stop believing that you don't have the skills to get it done. You got what it takes. You got what it takes. Write it down. Don't try to be perfect with the words. We will help you build it. Hey guys, that's my time for tonight. I'm so excited. I tried to cover what we were going to cover last Monday and this Monday together. I didn't get a chance to finish it. So come back next week. Bring somebody with you and we're going to knock this thing out because everybody hits a rough patch. But we have the answer for you. Hey, have a good evening and I'll see you next week.